Shakur Stevenson finally gets the fight he's been pushing for against Oscar Valdez coming April, I think the 30th of April. Man, that really caught me by surprise. You know, I'm going to probably just go ahead and give my prediction because I've been waiting to do this because I didn't make a prediction because the fight never was on the table. It seemed like Valdez was ducking. He was one interview after a fight, he says Shakur, and then the next one he's talking about other fighters besides Shakur. So Shakur been on his neck for a while. Bob Arum seemed like he was protecting Oscar Valdez. I guess now Bob is trying to clean up his image because Bud going at him now. Bud trying to sue him for people say it's racial. It's more to it than that though. It's not just racial reasons. There's other things that Terrence Crawford believes has been happening to him when it comes to Bob Arum. Bob Arum reneging on fights, not making the fights he promised. Just a lot of other things, maybe defamation in character probably. And now all of a sudden, Bob Arum don't got a problem with Oscar Valdez fighting Shakur Stevenson all of a sudden, that he's getting taken to court. Yeah, okay. Come on, Bob. We see you, man. Come on now. But nonetheless, we about to get the fight. So this is a fight to become unified. This is a unification fight for the WBO and the WBC 130-pound championship belts. And Oscar Valdez, in his past fights, man, he looked real shaky. He's a decent fighter. He was always like more of a brawler. He was never really on the full technical side of boxing where he was moving around, much more defensive. But in his fight against Burchett, that he was doing that. I mean, he did excellent in that fight. And I also said I had that fight going just like that. I won money on that fight. I had Oscar Valdez knocking out Miguel Burchett. Go back and look at my prediction, and I called it, I think, to a T. The same round. See, when I bet, I like betting on a round to round. I never if I bet round to round, I'll probably bet like on the general basis on who wins, to try to, if I don't win anything on the round level, then I'll recruit something back when I bet, like, okay, let's say one fighter, I bet him to knock out somebody in the fifth. He doesn't do it, but I also bet on him to win the fight by decision and he wins. I'll get a little something back, you know what I mean? So that's how I play my bets. But I had him knocking out Burchett. A lot of people said Burchett was going to knock out Valdez, was going to win, was going to beat Valdez. And I was just watching some of their previous fights, and I'm like, no, Burchett is too irresponsible. I think Valdez is going to clip him. And sure enough, this is exactly what he did. Oscar Valdez, man, he's been looking good since he's been with Reynoso. Been looking pretty good. So this fight is going to be interesting. It's going to be action-packed. Oscar Valdez has decent power, has good power. His defense, is nothing to rave about. Footwork ain't nothing to really rave about. Then you got Shakur Stevenson, masterclass boxer, excellent footwork, phenomenal defense. The kid is ahead of his class. Oscar Valdez has nothing over Shakur Stevenson besides maybe the edge on power. And even Shakur Stevenson, what I'm starting to see from him, if you watch that, a lot of people going to say, man, you can't really go by the Jamel Herring fight because Jamel Herring was a punching bag the whole fight. Well, in terms of Shakur Stevenson's power, you see remnants of his power emerging in that fight. The ferocity, the dog, the animal, his power, he's grown into his man strength. It's coming. I'd say Shakur Stevenson is going to be an issue for some people when he get up to, he's at 130. When Shakur Stevenson get to 140, I say even 135. I would give it 135, but definitely 140. He's going to be crushing motherfuckers up there at 140. I think at 135, his power is going to start blossoming at 135. But you're going to really see him at 140. 140. If he makes it up to 147, you're going to see him. You're going to see Shakur up there with Jerron Ennis and them, man. I think if Ennis is still in that division, I think they're all around the same age. So you're going to see him up there with him. So be ready for that. I think Shakur going to make it up to 147, man. I think that's probably where he levels out at, But this fight, regardless to Oscar Valdez's power, that's the only thing he has to win against Shakur Stevenson. He's going to have to clip Shakur Stevenson with something crazy. And we already know. I know this is boxing. Anything is possible, can happen. But I just don't see that happening with Shakur Stevenson. He is too defensively responsible. There's sometimes you can see where he might get hit he might get to the body a little too much. Sometimes I see some holes in all boxers have little flaws, no matter how good they are. And I would say maybe Shakur sometimes you can catch him to the body. But this is boxing, you're gonna get hit. So I don't really call that a flaw. I mean, give or take, you know what I'm saying? But that's all Oscar Valdez has, man. Shakur Stevenson is gonna box his fucking ears off from pillar to pillar. He's gonna bang Oscar Valdez up, and Oscar's gonna get frustrated and start winding up his punches, and Shakur is gonna move out of the way and evade him the best way he can. I think Oscar's still dangerous though with the power. Shakur, he's gonna have to be careful. But I think Shakur is gonna pick him apart from the first round. Stoppage. Oh man, it's hard to really predict that. Also, Valdez is tough. I believe he's been down before though. He's shorter than Jamel Herring is too. There's a possibility Shakur Stevenson might try to make a statement in this fight. I'm gonna go on a limb, guys, and I'm gonna go for Shakur stoppage in this fight. I can see that. I can see that with this fight. Shakur been wanting it too much. I think he's gonna go in there and he's gonna have controlled aggression against Oscar Valdez. I think you're gonna see what happened to Jamel Herring happen to Oscar Valdez ×3, and I think he's gonna probably put Oscar out. I think he's gonna stop him. I'd say late round stoppage for Shakur Stevenson. Maybe I'll give it 10th round stoppage for Shakur Stevenson. I think he's gonna make a statement right here in this fight, and he's gonna become WBC and WBO unified 130-pound champion. And then next, Chris Colbert, baby. If Chris Colbert get that WBA strap, then your boy Shakur is 2 straps away from undisputed, man. I think Shakur is gonna be undisputed at 130, man. Pay attention to him. He coming. So that's my prediction. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment, like and subscribe. Catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.